says about that.
An economist at the University of Massachusetts Amherst told Kaiser Health News earlier this year that that could result in about 2 million jobs lost.
I agree. I think this is part of the cost issue and should be part of a cost plan.
Jesse, $52 trillion is more than 2 times the entirety of our current national debt.
Yeah, you know what she should say? She goes, why don't we just have Mexico pay for it? That's what worked with Trump. I don't know why she doesn't use a gimmick like that. Listen, it's so clumsy of her. It's so clumsy.
You know what? You knocked me out of the park before I can start. I mean, that was incredible.
It's like a shuffle, Juan. You just got to pay attention.
All right.
So she has to have some sort of mix between socialism and moderatism, all right? She's now way, way over on the left. It's like a cocktail, right? Vodka tonic. You have a little bit of vodka, a little bit of tonic, and then it's a nice mix. She's going way, way too much vodka, way too much socialism, and people are trying to drink it, and they're throwing it up. And plus, it's not $4, it's like $54, and that's the problem. There's an avenue for her. It's to the right of Bernie and to the left of Biden, and she's way over on Bernie's lane, and she can't figure it out. All she has to say, and if she's listening, this is easy. Run on expanding Obamacare and enough with Medicare for all. Say that Trump's tariffs are hurting workers. Say no one can afford college. That's such an easy way to win this nomination, and she's not smart enough to figure it out.
Greg, Peter asked me to ask her, but I can't really ask her, so I'll ask you instead. Has she been to a single state-run hospital in Europe?
No, I bet she hasn't. By the way, it should be too much tonic, not too much vodka.
Either way, Greg.
Yes.
I don't like tonic.
You know what her new name is? Chief Job Killer. Look, okay, so according to the census, I looked it up, there's 8.5% don't have health insurance. That includes all ages, 8.5%, something like 20-something million. When you subtract young, healthy people and people who are choosing not to have health insurance, that number is going to be about 40, 50% less, but let's just stick with 8.5%.
Okay.
They don't have health insurance. That doesn't mean they don't have health care. They have health care. Yeah. They have health care. Where are they getting it? They're going to the ER. So something tells me we could probably figure this out. Let's say 15 million people. We could figure out how to get health care to 15 million people without $52 trillion.
Right.
That's 2.5
And making you change your entire way of
but it's 2.5 times the size of our economy to deal with, let's say, I'm going to say like 18 million people. We already are getting them health care. We just need, it's not state-of-the-art health care, but an 18-year-old guy doesn't need a colonoscopy, right? So we need to create, again, competitive, small health plans that deal with catastrophic health. So like if you're 18, all you do is you get an insurance plan that's catastrophic, that's cheap, and then and depending on who you are, that's how you do it.
Even Speaker Pelosi, Joe Biden, even Michael Bennet, Juan all said this one is never going to happen, and it's too expensive, and we don't need to do it.
Right, but I think everybody, left and right, has to acknowledge, hey, Americans want what Elizabeth Warren is offering. They underestimate
Everybody wants free stuff.
Well, no, I'm just saying, people, the #1 political issue in the country, health care. And Greg, guess what? So many people who even have what you would call health care think it's too expensive, it will ruin them financially, it is punishing on families. And so what they're saying is, hey, we want a better system. Republicans have had the chance, the Senate, the House, the White House, replace and repeal. Nothing got done. And now you have it where people are saying, hey, the current path in terms of the cost curve is out of control. We were promised by President Trump, oh, Obamacare is terrible. It's so easy. It's an easy fix. He hasn't fixed it.
One of the things they want to do, she would do under this plan, is she would take all current doctors, that they would all start to get paid only Medicare rates.
Oh, boy.
That's like overnight.
Right. So
how's that going to work?
That's going to be a disaster for the medical industry in the same way it's going to be a disaster for the quality of care. And she admits there, she says in that Southway we played earlier about job loss, that's not a concern for her. People need to understand she does it the same way when they talk about the Green New Deal and you talk about the implications of that. Oh, there's so many people throughout the country who would lose their jobs. That's not what they're focused on. They're focused on a transformation. They want that massive government overtake. And I would disagree with you, Juan. I think, yes, Americans want health care and they want improvements in the healthcare system. And yes, Republicans could have done more. But so many of those Americans also want the option of private insurance. They want that option to be able to control their own health. Yeah. I cannot wait for Bernie Sanders to take her on this in the the next debate because he
he's
knows.
like, my plan is $20 trillion.
And he knows people's taxes are going to go up. He already had to admit to that. These taxes are going to, people's payroll taxes are going to go up.
Oh, yeah, she said she's just going to do
Taxes
it
are
for
gonna go
employers
up.
as if they're not going to
And where's that going to land? It's going to land on wages being cut for the employees. That's going to go trickle right down.
Jedediah, hang on one thing. But Jedediah, her argument is you'll pay less overall, and so therefore you'll say, hey,
But
this is a good.
And where does the choice go
We
for
all
people
know
that
that
like
Don't
their
worry,
private
evil
insurance?
people will pay for it. Evil people will pay for it.
Yeah, and the rich people will basically figure out a way to get their own health care.
Yeah.
All right.
Otherwise known as evil people.
Good to know that. All right. Hillary Clinton apparently still not over 2016. Her latest attack on President Trump ahead.
Hillary Clinton taking a new jab at President Trump over the 2016 election. Can't get over it. Here's Clinton trying to have a little bit of fun with her latest attack. Watch.
And then what happened?
They counted all the votes. And even though she got 3 million more, the orange man still got into the House.
But how?
The Electoral College!
Jedediah, are you scared?
Oh, God. Yes, I am. No, I don't know who advises her to do these things. Well, I mean, I feel embarrassed for her on so many occasions. It's just so fascinating to me that she doesn't realize that she was distrusted by Republicans, but she was distrusted by a lot of Democrats who didn't come out and vote for her because they were like, I don't know, this email stuff, this Benghazi stuff, all the stuff started to add up, and they just didn't want her in the White House. It's just stunning to me that she can say things like, honestly, she says, I don't know what I did to get them so upset. She still can't fathom that she played a role in the reason why people didn't come out to vote for her. I think it's, listen, she's trying to make fun of herself. I get it. You do the comedy rounds. But I don't know at what point she's just going to stop talking about the last election. You want to get out there and talk about issues? Go ahead. Like, she's entitled. She has an opinion, I'm sure. She's not going to run again. She wants to sell her book. I get it. But at some point, just let 2016 go. You got to just let that be a thing of the past and move on.
But Greg, wouldn't you say it's funny?
No, that wasn't funny, but that's not her fault.
Okay.
That's not her fault. You can't, that probably wasn't her idea. So she's on the Daily Show, and it's Halloween, and they pitch these ideas. And look, I can't, I've been ragging on her forever. I have to defend her and say that, she's trying to make a joke out of a miserable experience in her life. I'm okay with that. And and it was awkward and weird, but you know what? This is the least of the things in my anti-Hillary encyclopedia of things. But it was weird that they actually they asked her why she was the boogeyman to the Republicans, and I thought, is this 1954? Boogie person.
Right. Oh, boogie person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that sound?
Let's play it.
What does it feel like being the boogeyman of the right?
Well, it's a constant surprise to me because the things they say, and now, of course, it's on steroids with being online, are so ridiculous beyond any imagination that I could have. And yet they are so persistent in putting forth these crazy ideas and theories. Honestly, I don't know what I ever did to get them so upset.
Well, Dana, so at one point they said, oh, she killed Vince Foster, and the latest one is she involved in Jeffrey Epstein's? It seems like the right wing can't get enough of her.
Okay, the Vince Foster.
Did you accuse her of killing Vince Foster, Dana? Because that's what he's implying.
I know, and I'm like, it's just like, I don't even have a wife that I could beat if he was like asking me that. No. I would say I am confused about the decision to release this book at this time because they had to know if